Hello there, YouTube. This is Loco Mojo with Loco Mojo Plays, and I'd like to invite you to join me on my first Let's Play, which is obviously going to be Valkyria Chronicles. I'm going to be playing it on the PC. There's also a PS3, is what it originally came out on. It's a JRPG it's a strategy RPG, made in Japan, and it's based loosely around in the same universe as I believe World War II. Yeah, World War II. It's pretty good. I've played most of it before, but I haven't actually beaten it before.
Sega.
Alright, so we've already watched this, so let me jump right into it. Yeah, let me just skip this, please. Thank you. Alright, let's begin, shall we?
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
Alright, so this is going to be pretty much our main hub. Each chapter is divided up into little episodes or events that are basically, just CGI to push the story forward. And it'll be a few little storyboard episodes, and then you'll have usually one or two battles. In the beginning, we'll have one battle per chapter for a little bit. Then I'll push up to two, and then more and more. All that good stuff. Alright, so let's get started with the prologue.
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule.
Steve Brule.
Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Those guys are just like, look at this crackhead trying to talk to fish. What the fuck's his deal?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Brilltown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish, and, you know...
Yes, oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
How's that the fish's fault? How is that his fault in anything? What? Don't blame the fucking fish now.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is.
Yeah, bitch, let me go.
I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am, or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire!
Huh?
Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
You sure you don't want me to just sketch them? That's probably more my line of comfortability about saving the game. Alright, so this is just the tutorial battle, so I don't think we're gonna have to save before this one, you know what I mean?
Okay, here's the plan.
Alright, so here's the little debriefing part where they tell you basically your objective and they show you a little layout of the map. There's only 3 of them anyway, so this is, yeah, it's nice and easy. Generally, you have the regular parameters. Usually it's all enemies defeated. There are separate ones like, or other ones later on that'll be introduced, like defeating a leader on the opposite enemy force, or just doing some random jackass objective. And failure is always Welkin or Alicia dies or 20 turns pass. So you're usually on a 20 turn clock.
Just stay calm and get it done.
I believe every battle you're on a 20 turn clock, which that's not really that hard to meet in the beginning, but later on some of the battles it gets kind of down to the wire.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp. Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
Alright, we're just gonna skip all the tutorial stuff because I can explain it. Command points, that's what it is right there. Basically, you use a command point each time you want to use a unit. Some units require more command points, like tanks later on. I believe they require 2. But see, if we just move Welkin, it's going to take 1 command point away. Later on, you can get more command points and use units more often. Alright, so each time you use a unit, you get a little bar and it has your action points in it. You're allowed to attack 1 time per turn, and each time you move, it drains the action bar. Alright, so we're just going to move up. About attacking, yeah, okay. Alright, so we're going to crouch, because when he turns around to get a reaction shot on us, we want him to get the least amount as possible. Or take the least amount of damage as possible, so we're going to go ahead and crouch before we shoot. Generally, if you're trying to hit somebody, it's better to put it in the middle, because you're trying to keep it within the circle, because that's your hit pattern, you know, your crosshairs, and your bullets are going to go within that circle. So you want to generally keep it towards the middle, but here near the beginning, I believe, since we're shooting 5 times, and you only have to get 1 to 2 headshots to kill them, it's much preferable to just take the little bit of extra risk and aim towards the head instead of the body. Whereas you can see it takes 7 to kill, as you see from that little graph, and then up towards the head it takes 2 to kill. They also show what your weapons are effective against. Versus personnel, rifles on the scouts are good. Versus armored personnel, they're not very good, such as tanks and stuff like that. And then they have, is this effective towards area of effect shots? So, we're just going to go ahead and take this shot. It should probably kill him. Okay, it didn't kill him. That's fine. See, now he's going to turn around and take a reaction shot, but we're crouched. So, doesn't even matter. And basically, you just press B to end your turn. Or not your turn, but your character's little turn. So, I could, in theory, just use Welkin again. He's going to take a little bit of a penalty for going twice in a row to his action bar. They say it's because they get tired or something ridiculous like that. But yeah, I'm just going to move everybody up anyway, so it doesn't even really matter. Take a shot. Alright. I wish there was actually blood in this game. That would have been kind of cool. Alright, instead of staying there, I'm going to move up towards the next 2 so I can get a good bead on them. Now they're going to let us know about cover, but I already know about cover. Okay. Question is, do I have enough action points to make it to the sandbags? And I do. Alright. So I'm going to drop right here. Basically, I wanted to get close enough that when the enemy moved next turn, I could get reaction shots on them. Because like most strategy RPGs involving guns, you have kind of an Overwatch mechanic. Even though it's not really an Overwatch in the sense of XCOM per se. But it's a mechanic to where when they move, if they're moving in front of your line of sight, you're firing at them constantly. So you always want to try to get a couple in and get in good position at the end of your turn where you can get as many reaction shots on the enemy as possible. Now just crack my knuckle. That's a great thing to do. While I'm recording myself talking, just cracking my knuckles. Great habit to form. They were just letting us know that if we were to end our turn before using all our CP would carry over to the next turn. Alright, see, I only got like 1 reaction shot on that guy. That's fine. I really don't care. He's about to die anyway. Oh yeah, and when they shoot at you, you always get a reaction shot, so. Yeah. Oh, this curse is moving so slow. This guy's about to die anyway. Move up a little bit closer. Crouch and shoot. Oh my goodness. It's always nice to end your turn as quick as possible. when you're done doing all the things you need to do, because the enemy will just constantly shoot at you when you're in front of them. So you need to just go ahead and get done what you need to get done. Normally never do this, but I know for a fact that there are no more enemies on this map, and there's no surprise enemies. But generally, you don't want to do something like that. Even if you think you're about to win, you need to still stay in cover, because things can still pop
any
up.
more of them.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it. What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant.
What the fuck? Spoiler alert.
These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died.
Alright, so that's going to be it for the first episode.
Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
I'm probably gonna go ahead and just upload this chapter as well. But yeah, you can probably expect about 3 videos a week. I'm also here pretty soon. I'm gonna make a video of just some one-off game that I probably play like 15-20 minutes of Binding of Isaac or something like that, where I can just talk about the channel and what I plan to do and my plans for the future and games I plan on playing and what types of games I plan on playing, and just upload that so I don't have to feel obligated to either try to talk over dialogue and stuff like this in Valkyria Chronicles, you know. So, and I also don't feel obliged to like finish a whole let's play of something that I'm playing just so I can talk over rather. Alright guys, I will see you next time, which will be here shortly.